Hello, gorgeous. She is Tamika and Tamika is she. Hey, she is Tamika and Tamika is she. Hey, she is Tamika and Tamika is me. I forgot to do that on my other one, so I'll make sure I cut this out and put it on the first video as well. All right, so welcome and welcome back to my channel, gorgeous. All right, so if you have not watched part 1, you might want to watch that first because I kind of give like a little quick recap. And we're going to talk about, like, you would never believe what Caremark just approved. Honey child, I went from Wegovy to Zepbound to now this medication right here. I am one of those ones who did receive that letter in July, but at that time it really didn't mean much to me. You know what I'm saying? That time I was not thinking about getting back on the medication, but it was in the back of my head and I was not opposed to it at all. So with that being said, my doctor, just this past Monday, my doctor submitted a pre-authorization and the authorization got approved, but it didn't get approved for Zepbound. Before I even mention what I got approved for, I'm gonna just go ahead and mention it now because, you know, but first let me put this disclaimer out. This ain't got nothing to do with me, ain't got nothing to do with my doctor. This is all Caremark, okay? And what my doctor presented based off the evidence to prove the case that Wegovy is not a great choice for me after coming off of Zepbound, okay? My nose ring just turned. So with that being said, Zepbound, if you just now following me or just now, you know, that you were on my Zepbound journey, Zepbound is not my first rodeo. It's Wegovy. That was my first rodeo, and I was on it for 4 months, lost 20 pounds, and I was off of the medication for 9 months, maintained my weight, and I got back on. Then I got back on GLP-1. This time I chose Zepbound since my insurance covered it. Was on it for a year, and then got down to my lowest from 172 to 133. And then I got off of it so I can gain a little bit more weight. And then I was able to drop some of that weight on my own and just intuitive eat during the time of my 4.5 months of being off of Zepbound. I do have a playlist about it. You can check that out. And you can also check out my Zepbound 1-year anniversary and my 20-pound weight gain after quitting Zepbound, which again, I did on purpose because I did not gain weight after that. My appetite was still the same. It's just the food noise and cravings are coming back. Okay. So the reason why I chose to get back on the medication is because, for number one, I do want to thank my supporters for even saying that it is okay if you do choose to get back on it, whether you do it every 2 weeks or once a month. I know taking the injections every week, I'm going to end up losing weight, and that's not what I want. I spent a lot of time building my curves and increasing my food so that I can look a little bit more curvy versus straight up and down and skinny fat. And that's not what I wanted. So with that being said, I did have a conversation with my doctor just this past Monday. Like I said, he put in the authorization for me. And thanks to Downsize Christopher, he did an interview with this physician. I believe his name was Joe. And he was talking about the Caremark authorization process and how that goes on the back end of what the doctors do, because it helped me to better understand why Caremark said or approved me for Mounjaro. Yes, I am not a diabetic, but they approved me for Mounjaro. So that means it's what is it called? Like an off-label medication. Because I'm not a diabetic, that's not the reason why I'm using it. I'm using it because of Wegovy was not a good option for me when I was on it. I had nausea and everything else that was going on, and my doctor has documentation where he had to submit that to prove it, and that said that, you know, tirzepatide is the best choice. So since I can't be on Zepbound, Mounjaro will be the best fit. Now, I highly encourage you to go watch that video of downsized. And what I did was I typed in Caremark approves Mounjaro, and that's how I found Christopher doing an interview with Joe on Downsize YouTube channel. If I can, I will go ahead and click the link and put it in the description box so that you can check it out, so that you can educate yourself on that process. And if you've never been on Wegovy and you were on Zepbound and you had to go to Wegovy, I think that's the best option for you, is to go to Wegovy so you can prove your case, and then they can either put you back on Zepbound or Mounjaro, whichever one your insurance approves. So I don't want to hear you taking away my medication and you're not a diabetic. Well, take it up with Caremark because they the ones that approve it. Listen, when one door shuts, another door opens. So what you disapprove, God approves for me. So I made sure I prayed on it. I made sure that I was patient enough to just wait and see what happens and let my doctor do his thing. And he did his thing. And that's all to it. Because I really didn't have to come on here and say anything, but I did it because I want to be transparent with you guys, because I know once I do take this medication, some of the weight is going to come off of me, especially on my midsection. But I do want to point out, even with my weight gain journey, even with me being off the medication for 4.5 months, your girl was in a size 6 before she got off of Zepbound. She was still in the size 6 during her during her weight gain journey, and she's still in the size 6 right now. I'm still am. My body composition is different because I worked out. And that's what I forgot to put on the other video. I might take this clip and clip it over there as well. But your body composition and strength training means a lot. You can't just sit there and just say, I'm going to go on a weight gain journey, and then you don't strength train. It got to work both. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to just go ahead and take my Mounjaro. Now, I will be taking this like every 2 weeks. I do have 5 milligrams. I'm going to take it every 2 weeks for now. And then once I reach, because right now my current weight, and I might have it up here if I remember to put it in, but I am tracking it, it's 153. I want to be close to 140. The reason why I want to be close to 140 is because I noticed that even with me being in 150, ranging between 148 and 152, 153 pounds, being in the 150s, what I'm noticing is more bloating. 2, my fingers swells up, my feet are swelling up, and inflammation is an issue for me. And that's something that I'm not willing to take on just to say I'm off the medications and I'm doing good and I'm still in the size 6. Yes, but there's other, I guess, comorbidities that come along with it if I'm not careful. So I have the Mounjaro. Let me take my stuff off of here. Get my thumbnail, right? 5 milligrams. I am going to be taking this, like I said, every 2 weeks. It's the same type of instructions. You get instructions. So if this is your first time, this is what it would look like. Yours might say 2.5, but right now mine says 5 milligrams. He did have a 7.5 ready for me, but he was like, nah, that's too strong. Let's go to 5 milligrams. This is what your pen looks like. Remember to keep these refrigerated. So you get 4 pens. If you are just now starting off on your medication, you cannot follow my routine because I am still in a maintenance phase. Okay. So you will be taking yours every week. Just make sure you are consistent with taking it the same day, same time if you can. But and you just go by whatever your doctor wants you to do. But I'm taking mine every 2 weeks and then start doing once a month. It's on here for you. Not way over here. It's like my navel is right here, so it needs to be like right here or right there. So it's like around either this side or this side. Your thigh, so your front, do it like right up in here, or you can do it on the back of your arm. I usually like the thigh or the stomach, but before I quit Zepbound, I was always rotating from the left or to the right of my stomach. The thigh, it just felt a little sore, and I didn't like that. So I'm going to do this the right way, and I'm going to go ahead and get an alcohol pad and rub, and then go ahead and take the injection. Alcohol pad right here. Looks like you just turn it, take it out. The pin is right there, so you can lock it, unlock it, and then you place it like right there, and you wait for 2 clicks. The first click, when you press the button, that's a click. The second one is once it is done dispensing into your body. Okay, so for those of you who say you don't hear 2 clicks, the first click is the first click. Mounjaro, let's go. That's the second. And then I just throw mine in the trash. And that's it. That is the end of that. And that, my friend, is how you take your injection. And then you store the rest in the refrigerator. So goodbye, gorgeous. And that's it. So now I am on my Mounjaro journey. Mounjaro journey. Mounjaro journey. Anywho, let me go put this box up. Goodbye, gorgeous.